Alright, this quick tutorial, we're going to do Nosy Pepper's notebook coaster. So what we're going to need is your 4x4 hoop. That's the biggest size you need. And I'm going to use some stabilizer. I'm using the tearaway. And I'm just hooping it real quick. I just got a piece off the roll. I'm going to make this tutorial super quick. Alright, so I have pressed down my stabilizer. And I'm going to take it over to the machine. You can use your P800 or you can use a 1700E, which is what I'm using today. I just completed the softball bag tutorial, and so I said, I might as well show you one more quick one. I'm going to go to my Nosy Pepper. Let's see. I have some, oh, where is it? Okay, let's do this. There we go. Alright, I bought a lot of patterns from Nosy Pepper when she had her sale maybe a week or so ago. I'm going to do this notepad coaster real quick. And then I'm going to open this up. I'm doing it in Embroider. So I right click and said Embroider because I have thumbnailer. Alright, so we open it up, and then if you wanted to, this could really be a 4x4. Let's see. We have this open up in a 4x4, and I'm going to add some wording over here. I'm clicking on the A for font. I think I'm going to do one for one of my favorites at my school. His name is Mr. Card. I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to go find another font. Let's see. Let's try Glamour Script. See what that looks like. It's okay. Alright, so these little green buttons, little dot squares, you can move them. Did it not put the period? It does not put a period. Okay. So, I don't know if I'm going to choose that one. I'm just clicking on the squares, moving it over. It started to rain here, and so the guys that are mowing next door stopped, but it sounds like they're back at it. Alright, so this is 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's the smallest. So I'm going to get these little black squares around across. Don't do the ones in the middle. I always teach people don't do the middle because it distorts it. If you get from the side, you can make it smaller. And then I'm going to rotate it with this little blue lettering here. I'm just going to put it across. Do I want it at the top? Let's see where I want it to go. No, I don't want it up there. So I'm going to click it again. Uh-oh. We're going to click it again and move it down. I think I may do this. I may copy it. I'm going to click on it. Right click. Nope. I'm going to do Control-C, Control-V. And it copied it, but I can't tell until I move it. So now I'm going to go on this first one. Take this card name out. And then I'm going to put it back to that inch. It's big. It's 1 inch. Alright, so there's the 1/2 inch. I'm going to click on it, move this little square over a little bit so I have miss, and I'm going to go do the same thing here. I'm going to go click on 2, this part, and then I can start taking the little green squares in the middle. do each one. And then I'm going to get it and put it here. And then I could stretch a little bit. And then this one I'm going to stretch a little bit. Actually, let me do it at the same time. I'm going to click on one, click on the other one. Over here, I'm going to go here. One, I'm holding my shift key. Two, and then I'm going to make it bigger. The only other thing I need to do is go put a period. I'm going to do another font real quick. Uh-oh. And then I'm going to go look for a period real quick. So I put my period there, and then I go get the font I want. I'm just going to use gold plated. I'm going to do 1/2 inch. And let's see. Did that do 1/2 inch? It did. That's way too big. I'm going to... I put it down as far as it could go, then I'll move it over. Wish I could make it a little bit smaller. That's a big period. Let's go see. I found me a font with a dot or a period, and I'm just going to save it to my jump drive and take it over to the machine. Alright, I have loaded the file on my jump drive, and I'm loading up this 4x4 hoop. I'm going to use the red. I had the red already in there from doing the softball tutorial. Softball bag tutorial. So I'm going to leave it in here. And then I'm going to let that be my placement stitch so you can see it. Let me switch out a couple of things. Okay. And then this first stitch is just to show me where I'm going to place my, my vinyl. It says it's 6 minutes. Alright, so that's my first step, and all I'm going to do... Alright, so I have my placement stitch. I'm going to place my white vinyl on top of this, and then it's going to do some stitching. And I'm glad I have red, because it's going to do... Step 2 has the stitching for the pink that's on the file, which I'm going to do in red. So I'm just going to take my vinyl, I'm using white, and then I'm going to place this over it. Let me cut it off. You just want to make sure that it is covering that red stitch line. Stick that here and press go. So that was the top stitch line. It's going to do another stitch line here. Alright, so step 2 is done. Now step 3 wants to do the lines. Let me switch my thread out. I have switched out my blue. I've switched out my red for my blue, and now it's going to do the stitch lines for the paper. Alright, so I'm going to add the name Miss Card. So if you decide to add any names, make sure you do it before the step that tacks down the outer border. Alright, so now that her name is done, this is where I am going to go to the step where you're going to add the back to it. We're going to add another piece on the back, and it's going to tack it down with, I'm going to do black on that. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit, and then I will add a piece on the back. All I'm doing is just getting a little of that cleaned up. Not necessary. I just wanted to get rid of it. Alright. So now that we have the back side, I'm going to take another piece, making sure that we are going around the perimeter and covering it. And we're going to tape it down. Super quick and super easy. There that is, and then we'll tape that pretty good. Some regular tape. Try not to be in the same area as the needle will hit. Okay. I'm going to get some black tape, and let's go ahead and get rid of that. And then I'll clean the rest of it up later. Okay, back to the machine. Alright, I am done with the embroidery part of it. And so now, I am just going to take this off the hoop. And I don't know if I even talked about what you need. Let me do that. Alright, so for this tutorial, we needed a 4x4 hoop. We needed some type of stabilizer. I used the tearaway. I also needed my scissors. I am going to use this in a second. So your rotary cutter, you need some vinyl. If you're doing this in white paper, you'll need white. I used blue thread and red thread, and that's it. Just a couple pieces of this. It's super simple. So what we're going to do now is just tear this out. Tear away, we're going to tear it out. And the steps were super quick. I think it said 6 minutes. Of course, you know it's just a little bit more added to that from changing thread. If you're on a single needle machine like me, if you're on a multi, you probably did this super quick. Super quick. Taking all the tape off. I'm thinking now I probably should have done white on the bottom, but the black's okay. I guess the black is okay. You could use different, either the white bobbin thread or the black. Mine has black in there. Alright, so now I'm going to take this. Let's see if I can get that piece out real quick. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take my rotary cutter, making sure this is even. That off. I'm going to try to make sure it's even all the way around. Try. I don't think that's completely even. And then I'm going to get this part right here. Cut this side. Uh-oh, that moved. Alright, that side. So you just go all the way around each one, trying to even it out. And then I would take my scissors and round it off. I like the rounded off edge. You could leave it pointy. And then clean up anything that, no, I can't do anything with this. Let's go ahead and trash. I would take my seam ripper and go in and snip anything that needs to be snipped. Be careful though. That is coming up. There we go. Once you grab that, just take your applique scissors or scissors, whatever you have. Snip it. And there you have it. A little coaster. Have it go to the back and so I'll probably do that off camera. Anyway, and there it is. Cute little notepad coaster. Great for teacher gifts, back to school. Super, super cute. I love it. I love it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.